we all have a degree of anger inside of us. And that anger that's inside of us, yes, can be channeled, yes, can be used in all these other creative things, and yes, can be used for creative potential. But anger exists primarily because there is an energy inside of us that is still inside of us, that has not been acknowledged, that is still there, and it's festering, it's festering, it's festering. If one of the things that you have been pained about in your life is a lack of independence, and maybe you had a mother or a father or a caregiver who was too controlling, borderline narcissist, and you have come out of that kind of um, toxic control and toxic codependency, you feel anger when you're healing and something triggers you and you shout. It is okay to feel anger, but what is not okay is when you don't acknowledge it. Acknowledge the anger, integrate the anger, go and paint something or do something constructive. You don't have to go and do anything destructive when you've got that anger, but by acknowledging that you're allowed to feel this anger. And if it means taking time out, take time out. If it means having a discussion, have a discussion. If it means yelling at a wall, or it means just shutting yourself and doing something again non-destructive, then do it. But you've got to acknowledge that there is this anger inside of you, because when you don't, it then becomes destructive and comes out in ways that are only going to alienate other people and are only going to tear relationships apart. Having said that, it depends on a lot of things, because if you have been quite calm and you have been explaining that you feel unfairly treated, or that this is how you feel, and the other person is still sticking to their guns and they simply don't want to back off, if you are in trauma recovery, or if you're in CPTSD recovery, PTSD recovery, a trauma survivor or a child abuse survivor, inner child healing survivor, chances are you might lash out. Chances are you might shout. Chances are you will lose your cool. And when you do that, it is absolutely vital that you allow the process to go through you. You allow the grieving, you allow the crying, you allow the everything that is happening. But you almost have this pop-up tent of an enlightened witness that is you, that can observe you, and that pop-up tent will be there all along anyway, but only this time the tent has really popped up and you as an enlightened witness can see yourself and watch yourself as you go maybe back spiraling into an emotional flashback, and then slowly reel yourself back in to real time, back into what is happening with you, and understand that people's perceptions, people's projections, how other people see things is not about you. Accept yourself as you are, and everything else around you will fall into place, even if the falling into place means walking away from something that is toxic, walking away from something that's going to take you back is not worth holding on to anymore. And this includes walking away from those that we love the most, those that love us the most, because love is a total acceptance of how we are, and love will allow you the freedom to be as you are. Love doesn't hold you on to this is how you've got to be, if you behave in this way I will love you, or if you behave in that way I won't. No, love is just a total acceptance of each other and a kindness that we share. We share who we are with each other, and if you are not an image of love and you have a fragmented sense of self and two fragments with each other, whether it's mother-daughter, other relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever relationship of two fragments, there will always be friction. And that's where we have to find a way of working with two incomplete, to not wholes or whole people. And this is what the journey of life is about, of reaching that point of wholeness within. When you reach that point of wholeness within, a lot of this stuff you'll be able to discount and find your way back. Blessings to finding that wholeness.